Hello and welcome back to our home. I am so excited to be sharing our house to home update in our 1960s fixer-upper home.
When we first bought this 1960s fixer-upper, it had all the hallmarks of an outdated home. Popcorn ceilings, dark wood tones, and dated light fixtures. Over the past year, we have tackled every room ourselves, transforming it into the organic, modern home we've envisioned. Starting off here in our entryway, so much has changed. We will get into the major renovations that we've done to really take our dated 1960s fixer-upper and how we created a more modern interior space that's both pretty and practical. Prior to our entryway closet, this was just a blank space. Quite literally, no rod, no doors, just an empty jut in the wall. This closet was a basic, cluttered space, but we saw the potential. Our entryway closet, which we converted into a functional mudroom, is one of my favorite DIY projects to date. This was a complete DIY project where we built custom shelving, added hooks, baskets, and drawers for additional storage, and truthfully, this really transformed our everyday life. When we moved in, our ceiling had a ton of water damage in the front entryway. It's really small and felt cramped, but with a fresh coat of paint, new recessed lighting, and modern touches, we created a much more welcoming space.
We really wanted to transform our home into something more intentional and more functional. If you are new around here, I am a former hoarder turned minimalist-ish. I don't fully consider myself to be a minimalist, but I am learning to enjoy and embrace a more simplified home and teaching you how to do that as well. And to me, that means streamlining our house, making it more functional, but it also means that I think things can be both pretty and practical. So when we first walked through this house, I instantly knew this was gonna be our future mudroom. The other major difference here in our entryway is this beautiful sofa table that my husband built me. So we wanted something just to really help the room. We wanted something that was going to create some cohesion within the space and just something to, again, back up behind the sofa. With our house being a small house, we wanted it to be custom built to specifically fit this space. So we added in the drawers for extra storage to hide all of the clutter, things like extra cords, flyers, and extra keys. And again, something that I could style. So it's both pretty, it's practical, it's functional, and every single upgrade that we have done to this home, we have done with intention and purpose. So our main floor has completely transformed. The only room we have not touched here on the main floor is our kitchen. I really wanted to brighten this area and again transform it into a more modern, brighter, and just neutral space. Let me know what you think. Obviously, the space is not quite done yet. We are planning on doing some built-ins on either side here, as well as a fireplace area. I do want a mantle here and built-in shelving, so I think that would look really, really good. And we want to hang the TV on the wall. We also have some curtains that are coming, and so there's still lots of changes. Just a friendly reminder that home takes time. Again, this is just our 1-year update. And again, there's lots of changes still coming, so stay tuned for those. But this before and after transformation blows my mind. I absolutely love what these chairs have added to the space, as I mentioned in one of my previous videos. One of my absolute favorite transformations of our house is our dining room.
The dining room didn't need a ton of work, but like majority of the house had been the same for decades. We did a ton of cleaning in here top to bottom and swapped out the dated chandelier, lived with our matchy and way too big for the space dining room table and chairs for almost 1 year before finally prioritizing this space. We completely transformed the space in numerous ways. Number one, we refinished our dining room table that is more to scale for the space and holds a special place in my heart as it was actually my parents'. Number two, we added in new dining room chairs that are faux leather, so with kids, they are super easy to clean and add a modern touch, and we can still seat 6 people despite the table being significantly smaller. Lastly,
when we added this wainscoting to the wall, oh my goodness, it was everything I ever wanted. I've been wanting to wainscot our walls for literal years. In our previous house, I wanted to do it, but it was a rental, so we were not able to. And I knew instantly that when we bought this house, this was the dream. So here is the grand reveal of our wainscoting wall. You guys are gonna have to let me know which room is your favorite transformation. Now every single time we sit at our dinner table, I think of my mom who lives across the country from me, and it's just so meaningful to me. So I love, again, creating that intention within your home. I think that's the beauty of interior design. Not that I'm an interior designer or claiming to be one at all, but I absolutely love bringing things into our home that are really, really meaningful.
one of the biggest projects that we did in here was refinishing our hardwood floors. Our old red oak floors were quite dated, as well as sun-stained from the area rugs that were in here. This was a project that was not in our original plan. However, when we saw them on move-in day, we both wanted to change it. My husband and I compromised by refinishing them to make them lighter and to look like white oak hardwood. And truthfully, this project will completely change the look of your fixer-upper. I go a lot more into detail of the process in my House to Home series, as well as over on the blog, so I'll be sure to link those both here in the description. The other major whole house renovation was the DIY project that was very intimidating, our popcorn ceiling removal. However, when we were quoted $16,000 to remove the popcorn ceilings professionally, I knew we were going to be DIYing not only this, but our whole house renovations. This project made a massive difference in taking our home from a fixer-upper into something more modern. Now, I have a whole video linked down below in the description. I will be sure to link it down there for you guys if you are interested in the process. And I also have it on a blog post, so make sure that you head over to the blog if you are interested in learning how we scraped the ceilings.
Another small but mighty area is our staircase, as well as our little hallway leading up to our bedrooms. These stairs used to be this really bad cherry oak burgundy color, and I love that we decided to refinish them using the same bonus sealer that we used on all of our floors when we refinished those. We kept the trim work on the sides to make it just really accent a little bit better. And I just love, love, love wood and white together. So honestly, this was all of my dreams coming to fruition when we changed the staircase here. I do want to do something I think similar to when we go downstairs eventually, but the basement is completely off limits. Like, we haven't touched it. We also haven't touched the kitchen yet. So far, I'm loving all of these changes, big and small. And this area is no exception. We also added in this railing, and same thing, we sanded it and stained it to be the same as the floors. So everything is really cohesive now. You guys have seen this space before, but it is completely transformed as well. This door, I almost painted black, but then I chickened out. Let me know what you guys think, if I should still paint it black. It crosses my mind occasionally, but truthfully, I love that it is white and bright. We also changed the light fixtures in this area, and again, I love how more modern they are. She had some really old light fixtures up here before. We also painted all of the baseboards and trim, as well as replaced the registers both here in the hallway as well as down in the living room. Making these changes was so simple, but made such a big impact, as you can see.
Moving into the guest bedroom, a lot has happened in this room specifically over the last year. From dated and a disastrous cluttered office space to a welcoming and inviting simple guest bedroom. This room was barely functional and felt like a complete waste of space for a long time, as I truly didn't need a dedicated office. We were working with a very tight budget, so when we first moved in, this space, like the rest of the house, got a fresh coat of paint and new handles on all the doors. 10 months later, again keeping things super affordable, we completely transformed the space to be both pretty and practical for our family.
This was a makeover that I had a lot of fun designing. This was one of the first rooms where we actually purchased new furniture. So we got our lovely boucle bed. All the bedding is from Amazon. It is super affordable and the material and quality of it is so good. I absolutely love, again, how minimalist this bedroom is. Eventually we want to add in, again, curtains and stuff like that. We are going to be doing a lot more decorating coming up in the upcoming weeks and videos. And so make sure that you stay tuned for that. With that being said, I really like to live with this space prior to getting into the decorating. And truthfully, before decluttering and simplifying our home, I didn't have the mental capacity to even deal with our house. There was just clutter everywhere, there was stuff everywhere, things were shoved in the closets, and it was just total and utter chaos. And now that I have simplified and decluttered our home, I now have the capacity to actually be more intentional, to be more thoughtful, and just really think about the purchases that we make in our home to fit our needs, to suit us during this season of life, to be pretty, to be practical, and all the things. And it is just so much fun.
Similar to the other room transformations, we started out with a super dark and outdated room. We focused on creating a space that is both playful and has organizational systems, which is very important when you have kids.
This is the room where I let my husband take over on this one. He did a whole bedroom makeover in here when I was at home visiting my mom, and I absolutely love how bright it is. The kids love it. It's fun. It's exciting. Again, it's super colorful, and what makes it so special is a few things. Number one is this dresser behind me was actually my husband's dad's. So this was passed down to us. We ended up painting it. The girls really loved pink at the time, and so we chose this really nice pale blush color. And then when my husband refinished these beds for the girls, these are solid wood. I know, don't come at me for painting solid wood, but the girls each picked their colors, and again, it just makes it that much more special. Additionally, on the wall here, we have these pieces of decor that were gifted to us from my mom and my sister. So again, they just hold a special place in our heart. Moving over to this side of the room, we have these two really special pieces to us as well, which, by the way, this is not staged at all. This is just like how we live. So I apologize about I don't even apologize actually, but you know, our house is lived in. So regardless of having a simplified home, it does still get a little bit messy as we have young kids, and that's okay. So just know it's gonna be okay. Anyway, just had to get that off my chest. These two pieces are really special because number one, my husband built this for the girls. I love this bookshelf. We love reading books in this house. We actually read a book every single night before bed. Our kids are learning how to read. Sometimes they read us stories, and so having a bookshelf was something that was really important to us. Originally, I wanted it white or wood, and then when I came home and my husband had it painted, I absolutely loved it. This piece over here, my mother-in-law actually found this little dresser and refinished it for the girls. So it holds a special place in our heart because, again, she made it for us, and I love it. The girls each get their own drawer on the bottom there, and then each of these flip up and they get their own drawer in there to, again, hide the clutter. They can put all of their bracelets that they make in here. I mean, there's all kinds of fun stuff in there. Some battles aren't worth the fight. Moving into the closet, if you saw one of my last videos, my husband again redid their bedroom, and when he did that, he built this little organizational thing for all of their stuffies. We have their swimsuits in the bottom there, shorts, pants. Like, I know it kind of looks like a disaster, but it is semi-organized. It's not really realistic right now to have everything in baskets, as yeah, it would be prettier, but right now, again, it's just not necessary. We have this little stool here so that my youngest daughter can reach up here and grab her own clothes. So again, it's just functional right now for our family. This is what works for us.
Our primary bedroom was outdated and had matchy-matchy furniture. However, buying all new furniture was just not in the budget. So working with what we have, we chose to change other areas to completely transform this space. We changed out the ugly dated brown ceiling fan, added a fresh coat of paint, and changed out the door handles again on both the closet and the doors, creating a more modern look.
And then we installed the pot lights again. These actually change color, any color that you want. And so it just really helps to level up the room.
We kept our matchy-matchy furniture for now and added in some new neutral bedding to create cohesion and less visual stimulation in our bedroom.
We installed the curtains and the curtain rods, and I love how neutral and minimal our bedroom is. The goal was to create a space that we could come home and relax into. Again, just being really minimal, really simple, and not a lot of visual stimulation. All right, everybody, that is our house to home 1 year update as we transform our FIXER upper side split house into a more modern, transitional, kind of organic and cozy interior. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Please let me know down below in the comments which room has been your favorite transformation so far. Again, there's still so many exciting things and changes happening here in the house, from DIY projects, room makeovers, adding in lots of different decor, and of course we are heading into the holiday season and I cannot wait to decorate for that as well. So thank you so much for being here. I'll be sure to link our empty house tour as well as our house to home series so far. If you want to see any of the DIY projects, please go and check out that playlist, and also check out the blog as I try to link everything over there as well for easy access. Don't forget to subscribe for more simple home inspiration, DIY motivation, and cleaning as well as decorating. We will see you guys in my next video. Bye!